they blow for inside political parties for Nigeria. Not be under APC, PDPO, Labour Party, ADCO, NDC alone, now they blow because the one itself don't enter inside the camp of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. As I talk to you right now, APC tension they happen well. As the governors forum, they don't divide into two. Even though say they make their best now to make sure say they reconcile the matter. Make them know they like people will be say they talk promise to put scatter for their camp. You understand what I'm saying? The faction will don't happen. Some people they allege say, now some powers that be from Abuja, now they cause that scatter. How those powers they use the contact? Who will be the people who plot and scheme the scheme, where they cause all this scatter? Well, we they here to bring you all the fresh juice. But the cocoa of the matter be say, wahala dey APC. The way it dey for other parties, now so it dey for APC. You know when the Bible says that for they shall gather, in one way will they come and in seven way will they flee. Yeah, it be like saying waiting to happen. So well, now waiting other people then they talk. That is waiting opposition people then they talk. Say the problem where they put for them for their parties them they said they don't they face and be that. But guess what? The most shocking thing about all of this now say all of this now towards 2027 election whenever hold according to them say all of the drama now towards 2027 election. That is how they're deciding your future, even before the future. They don't plan your future. My people, welcome to Updates with Precious. So now here I go give an update of all the things that happen for inside the country. Today na Friday, so thank God it's Friday. Make a small break, I beg. When I come back, I will begin at flesh. Good evening, Nigerians. Welcome to Updates with Precious. See, they always sweet my belly to bring on an update of all the things that happen for inside our country, Nigeria. So, make I start by bringing on our headlines of all the matter them as they hot for inside all our newspapers. Them. To begin with, breaking APC Governors Forum splits. That is then divided into two, not Olule, but Olu splits. As Uzodimma, Abiodun lead rival factions. We will bring you the details. Lagos Assembly moves to end illegal tax levy collections. No plan for Nigeria. Presidency mocks Peter Obi. So say they not get plan. And then Peter people will ask and say, I beg, show us the plan. 4 years. You know, if you show the plan where you get. Shame. Now, wait till they hear each other. It's a pity. Moving on. Daddy Yatta killed in my presence. Matiwale's ex-SSC, Musa Kamarawa, alleges. Say they kill him for his presence. I mean, since people hear this news, I just a shock. That's how human being went. In their body, they no bring back nothing. They just, oh goodness me. Politics for Nigeria. Well, if that is true. Well, moving on to other issues very quickly. Abiasi still get to do with politics. APC accord trade blame over Osun billboard vandalism. Nigerians will remove Obi if he fails as president. NDC reps aspirants. Now, so now, may go come out time if he fail. If he fails, may they impeach him. May they not give him time. May they impeach him. So the matter now say anybody will not do good for Nigeria. May they just come out them. So you say where they won't come back. You need to do good. No bother. Now we see Nigerians they talk. That's not the way they talk. 2027 Labour Party declares readiness. Targets all elective positions in Lagos. 2027 polls. PDP zones Guba seats to Ebonyi North Senatorial District. 2027 Governor Oti receives free Guba nomination forms from Labour Party. It's getting interesting, getting very interesting. And then let's move on to other issues. FCT, please kick off assessment of officers' mental health and others. Very important too, that mental health thing. NICDC burst into state car snatching syndicate across 6 states. NICDC arrests 3 over cable theft, tricycle hijacking, and then police arrest suspect as abducted Osun headsman regains freedom. Beg your pardon. Yeah, police arrest suspect as abducted Osun headsman regains freedom. 16 passengers lose life in Lokoja Okene highway tragedy. 16 of them lost their lives. And then Kano Sharia court sentences woman to 5 months community service for assaulting neighbor. No could just sentence other people. So we cannot wait for all of this very quickly. 2027, Jonathan asks court to throw out suit challenging his eligibility. Falona Odinkalo condemns CDHR position on DSS Serap defamation judgment. And then ADC Nafi Balagombe seeks transfer of case against Mark Aregbesola. Come seal our office if you can, Turaki faction tells Wiki. Hey, what's going on here? Okay, now. All right, let's see what we have here again. Nigerian mother loses 6-year-old daughter after fall from 28th floor apartment in Canada. This is really heartbreaking. Very heartbreaking. APC desperate to turn Nigeria into one party state. Bucknor Akerele, now they talk that one. Former deputy governor for inside Lagos State say, on that day desperate, and I want to turn Nigeria into one party state. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́. Well, Nigeria now working. Shetima insists, hey, Nigeria is working. That's what Shetima talk. He said Nigeria, they work well now. I say, make a tell on waiting on a vice president talk. Plateau 2027, APC strengthens holds as support grows for Mufwang. And then 2027 go back, use your votes for to secure continuity. Oyebanji tells people, what make we just enter inside ordinary shows, sharply make for no they waste time. Dangote Refinery announces 18-month program for graduates. Lagos Assembly to harmonize taxes. I don't talk this. Global food prices rose for third consecutive month amid Strait of Hormuz closure. Amechi picks ADC presidential nomination form. Hey, well done, Amechi. Kudos to you, right? Kudos. Okay. Nigeria tax ECOWAS innovative measures to tackle regional challenges. INEC opens media accreditation portal for June 20 by-elections. Make we see other matter when we get very quickly. Some matter then we be so we get grand here. They killed Daddy Yatta in front of me, former aide to Bello Matawale accuses police of executing missing activists. And then a coalition of Atiku supporters group abandons him, pledges full support for Peter Obi in strategic move at Abuja declaration. Now, not be all Atiku supporters, so now just one session or one corner, and be wary. It may not be what it look like. Just before you get too excited, I just make a tell I'll make a explainer. All right, moving on very quickly. Peter Obi donates 10 million to Abuja Hospital, praises healthcare workers' commitments and sacrifices. Terrorists kill pregnant woman, several others in fresh midnight attack on Plateau community. And then Dr. Keenan laments people are now selling their property and assets just to stay alive under Tinubu's government. Over 200 trillion naira has been drained from Nigeria's purse under APC administration. Olisa Agbakobana, they talk this one. He said tanker of petrol was 8 million naira in 2023. Today, it is 63 million naira. From 8 million to 63 million naira. Just 2023 to 2026. Hell! More Nigerians lament collapse of businesses, means of livelihood in just 3 years under Tinubu. And we still they even get the temerity to contest the election. And we see Nigerians talk. So you even still have the guts to say you're contesting and to even act rubbish every other person like you're the best. When people are practically dying of hunger under you, and we see Nigerians the tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with that. Court adjourns crisis reading ADC leadership suit indefinitely as 2027 chance fades. Now, court adjourns crisis reading ADC leadership suit indefinitely as 2027 chance fades. Exposed. Leaked phone conversation reveals how APC chairman Yewada told Tinubu to facilitate defection of ex-NNPCL director to evade probe on alleged looting of 2010, 210 trillion naira. You know, so I never tell on this thing, but I see him yesterday. I see make I re-invite the discussion again today, but we'll go pay attention to her. While Peter B goes to TV stations to discuss Nigeria's problem, other politicians go there to discuss him. Prominent Nigerian, I need to talk this one. Only mentally unstable people and recruited criminals will vote for Tinubu in 2027. Frustrated Nigerian man says, I go play in video, not me talk. The man vex when he talk. Again, Boko Haram terrorists strike Nigerian army base in Borno, kill several soldiers. Again, 2027, non-Tinubu's sycophants talk about what he has done in 3 years. Their discussion every day goes, Peter Obi, Everything. Peter Obi and so one social commentator talk. Desperate coward Tinubu sponsored imposters group Obedience after failed bid to create NDC factions. Abu Amer, and they talk that one. Obedient rejects LP elected politicians. Rejects LP elected politicians who defected to APC after riding Obi's popularity. Now seek prodigal son, like prodigal son, to return back to NDC after ticket loss. So they lose their ticket for APC. Now they won't come back to NDC. Can't ride on Peter Obi again. Obi they say, "Na lie, that lie. You're not go ride anywhere. You're riding nowhere. You're not riding to anywhere. Just ride on other things. Don't come and ride on you people." And waiting, then they tell them. All right, make we see other issues where we get very quickly. Boko Haram terrorists attacked 2 military bases in Yobe, killed dozens of soldiers, policemen in Governor Buni's hometown. Ah, now, wow, God help our soldiers. So it is painful, oh, the kind of news that who would hear, it is very, very painful. But make we see other stories the way we see they dear Shapali. Okay, okay, I'll get to that story very soon. But let's see other stuff so we have very quickly. Nigerian police arrest another suspect in abduction of Bayelsa Judge Omukoro 5 months after. And family accuses Nigerian police DSS Kano Hisba of abducting teenage girl, forcing Islamic conversion and secret marriage. Wow. Abduct, force her to Islam and secret marriage. Ghana Army Memorial Organization NCP accused DSS groups of trying to bully Sarah over court ruling. ADC condemns judicial manipulation in leadership crisis, says indefinite adjournment contradicts Supreme Court ruling. And then South Africa court revive impeachment move against President Ramaphosa over Farmgate scandal. And Boko Haram terrorists attack military base, I told you already. Alleged 110 billion naira fraud thief. Witness in Yahya Bello's trial tells court how 950 million naira, about 1 billion Maitama property, was bought with dollars in one day. Cash. 4 Florida men convicted in US over plot. I think this does not concern us as much. APC fixes screening date for Senate House of Reps aspirants ahead of primaries. And then 11 persons reportedly killed in fresh attacks on Plateau State community. 11 killed in fresh attacks. 11. Very sad. These killings still they go on, and our politics they also important pass. Killings still they go on. Enugu University blames bureaucracy for delay in NYC mobilization of nursing students. Well, I could just leave them here. Ex-aide to Defense Minister Matawale accuses senior police officers of extortion, illegal defamation, seizure of 3.6 million naira. Lagos court condemns police orders release of items seized during Makoko anti-demolition protest. Well, Mark could just leave all this matter here. Well, joining us inside the studio now Prince Francis Chilaka. Prince Francis, good evening, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
I was saying namaste. At this point, I can speak any language.
No problem. I can respond to any language.
Thank you, sir.
That is what APC has turned us into.
God help us. So, Prince Francis Chilaka, before I go on with other issues,
I don't hear you.
I see this document. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. I see this document yesterday. I was going to speak on it, but somehow the thing skipped my head. I said make I revisit them again today. So let me read it clearly so that you understand it's not coming from me. A leaked telephone conversation involving the All Progressives Congress APC National Chairman Nantawe Yilwada and a political figure identified as Mahmoud Danlabarawa allegedly revealed discussions surrounding former National Petroleum Investment Management Services. Now, you know that company now, NAPIMS, and PIMS, the director Bala Wunti, who is facing scrutiny over allegations linked to the disappearance or looting of 210 trillion naira. Now, in the leaked Hausa conversation, Dan Laraba repeatedly told the ADC chairman Yewada that Tinubu had privately discussed Bala Wunti's matter 4 different times, while urging party leadership to quickly perfect arrangement for Wunti's former integration into the APC ahead of an alleged governorship ambition in Bauchi State. Now, a source familiar with the conversation said Munti is currently facing a Senate probe alongside four others over the allegations. Now, according to the source, Dan Larabawa told Yowadda that he had discussions with Tinubu concerning Wunti and urged him to quickly register him as a member of the APC ahead of his alleged gubernatorial ambition. Now, the conversation suggested that Wunti's planned political elevation was being discussed as the Senate probe continued. You understand, sir? Now, throughout the discussion, Dan Labaraba pushed for the preparation of official party documents or documentation and political arrangements for Wunti. Now, according to the leaked exchange, Dan Larabawa told Yewada that discussions concerning Wunti had already reached Tinubu several times. And Tinubu, today, quoting them, make a quote, say, today, there is an issue we have discussed privately with Tinubu about 4 times, Dan Larabawa said. We are praying God. We are praying God helps him because for 4 times he has been working on this matter personally. The caller further disclosed that Tinubu had assured them that Balawunti's issue would soon be resolved. But see what they say, it's 210 trillion or wait 210 trillion disappear from in custody. Now, because Tinubu said this month, once we move forward, we believe the Balawunti issue will be concluded, he said. Now, Dan Larabawa then requested that the APC officials urgently prepare a small A4 paper for Wunti before he formally collects his party membership card. Now, although Yewada responded by stating that Wunti had already obtained the APC membership card in January, Dan Larabawa insisted that additional political arrangements were still ongoing. Now, he said, we said there is something they want him to do in another office or position, he said. The conversation later shifted to discussions about Wunti's political future in Bauchi State, perhaps as governor or governorship candidate. The conversation later, he said, and then nobody is politically stronger than him in Bauchi. It belongs to him, Dan Larabawa declared. Yewada responded, it belongs to him indeed. Now, it belongs to him. At several points in that conversation, both men referenced private discussions with Tinubu regarding Bauchi political calculations, ministerial appointments, and future electoral alignments ahead of 2027 elections. Dan Larabawa also dismissed reports suggesting Wunti might become Minister of Health. Just grammar talk. Honestly, that is not the real issue. So now governor be the real issue. Now the APC chairman also acknowledged political calculations in Bauchi State along senatorial lines. The ministers from Bauchi Central are not. I could go on and on. He said, "Well, make I take your thought on this." Now, Nigerians they talk say, "Now, so we use to move the country forward. A country where BC is supposed to fight corruption. The best thing we could do now, people where BC they riddled with corruption and we get corruption cases, they could just push their matter one corner as long as they align with our interest. That now wasting people they talk. 210 trillion naira missing. That is more than how many of our budgets put together. In fact, almost all our budget under APC. Now it be that money. 210 trillion naira. What Nigeria would have used to govern itself for almost 8 years. Now when they talk about like this, Prince Francis, sir.
This government you have in this is your government that you have today, because it is your government. I was there at any point in time.
Sir. You mean your government of Nigeria, sir?
Was there at any point in time that this your government told Nigerians that they were coming to fight corruption? I mean, if you have the video where the government agreed to fighting corruption, please play it. Then I will retrace my steps. What you have playing out is endemic corruption. And this government is so immersed into corruption that the government itself is smelling corruption. You're talking about 210 trillion. Precious, has anybody told you how much better edu took when she was a minister. Nobody has done that. You're talking about 210 trillion under NMPC or NMP, whatever, okay, under the oil sector. And you're forgetting what has played out with the aviation sector. You are fully aware that the minister scammed 220 million Nigerians. Broad daylight robbery. He scammed Nigerians using pen and paper, promising us that we're going to get a national carrier. He even went as far as hiring an aircraft belonging, is it to Ethiopia government, or also, and painted it Nigerian colors and brought it in to deceive the gullible Nigerians. And Nigerians fell for it. So where are we going to start from? Is it the issue of rice pyramid that has been so much talked about that we're not even seeing the pyramid, talk less of the rice? So a government that is not out to fight corruption doesn't see anything wrong with what people are doing. It doesn't see anything wrong with it. And that is, for me, I really don't understand this government. I don't understand their ideology. I don't understand their vision. I don't understand their mission statement. Nothing. There is nothing that this government is owning up to. There is nothing that this government is doing to curb the abuse and the stealing of Nigeria dry. Nobody's doing anything about it.
Okay, sir. So, as this one they happen, people don't they talk about things where they happen, especially the primaries, and this now because most of the primaries election where they happen for inside the state, especially as it get to do with APC, then they go for consensus candidacy, and that consensus they make a lot of. In fact, it bring tears. We see a video of Pantamedia that day where they talk say go ever agree make them do. In fact, for anything we get to do with the consensus candidacy. Excuse me. And he also did complain about the fact that if they do consensus, he no go ever agree take him. You understand? And then because of say the states they look at taking consensus because of a particular interest we say they get. And this matter now they come up like this. And remember, the person in question is also going for governorship. And we're talking about Bauchi states. So that now what to make a lot of people they talk, say, why should we have things like this happen? If I make a play a video of when they say person they cry because of say they not become for in governorship. You see? You see? You see the drama that is going on. So now what's it make people they talk, say, why should we allow all these things be happening like this? Gombe own gets their own weapon tabudi like this. Bauchi state and most of the states them. Remember other states and they vex over this consensus issue. And meanwhile, there are talks and conversation about bringing in person will be say believing in the capacity of person with that kind of money loss under in watch. And they talk about him as a governor of a state. Now, what make people they talk say, So is it now that Nigeria is being sold to the highest bidders? Anybody will be say, now you get past, now you go collect Nigeria. Abi, should we not look at the content of the character of people before we start pushing them forward for a political office? Not vexa.
Precious. Make I remove my glasses so that I go face you very well. Why I'm laughing? I'm laughing because anybody that does not understand the kind of politics that your president plays is not living in Nigeria. the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu we know has never believed in primaries. He has always called it internal organ or internal organ or internal activities of the party. But the truth of the matter is that APC has always been known for consensus candidacy. We've seen it play out in Lagos. And we're going to see it play
So
out in
all those things where they say the waiting the governorship advisory council and all that, what did they do? Now
GSA.
consensus to be GST. Now
Yes,
consensus with that.
yes, yes. Now they are the
Eh.
ones who endorse, they are the ones who endorse the consensus candidates. They are the ones. So it shows you that from time immemorial, APC has never been a party that believes in the true definition of democracy. Their own definition of democracy is weird. Is it beats everybody's imagination. So for them, for APC, consensus candidacy has always been the norm. So I don't know why anybody's crying. And for the one crying, why are you crying? If your intention is to come and serve the people, why would you be crying? So because it's so funny.
So
It's like
person
saying,
when
oh,
wants have the people know they cry. No vex. Buhari cry
why would
yo.
you,
I think
why
could be
would you
not cry
cry?
before too. I think could be not cry
Upon the
before
cry
Buhari
when you
cry
upon
too.
the cry when your late Buhari cried, where did he leave the nation?
Ew,
He
chim.
left Nigeria in tatters. In other
Hmm.
words, those cries were just, you know, artificial, just for sentiment.
Eh.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I say it is. So any honorable member or anybody who wants to be governor of a state and do not have the a particular party to use, because right now, sir, it's difficult because you don't know which party is alive and which one is dying. But if you're a member of APC and you want to become, say, a senator in Lagos West, you have a right, just as if incumbent senator has a right. So everyone that wants to contest have a right to contest. But APC does not believe in that. So when people come out, and say, P2B is a political nomad, I laugh. Because they don't understand why the man keeps moving. They fail to understand, they pretend to understand, they become daft because they don't want to learn. So this whole thing about consensus candidacy, money politics, these are the things P2B is running from. Because when you say you're having delegates coming from different states, the delegates come, they've taken purge, they've taken laxative for 3-4 days. So they come with an empty stomach, believing that if there are 5 applicants and they have to choose one for each position, it means that if there are 20 people applying, those 20 people must settle them. And they must make money. They must make money. The delegates make so much money. And that money they make, the question you ask, how long will it last? So that's why P2B says, I don't want that process. Because that process where you have to go and buy phone for 70 million naira, 80 million naira, 100 million naira, automatically that process makes you a thief. Because once you go into that election and win, you turn into a monster. The first thing you want to do is to get back all the money you invested. But if tomorrow we say, oh, for you to be a governor, these are the conditions, and we peg their salary, what you earn a salary, your salary, we peg it. The rest assured that a lot of people you have in the Senate today will not want to be there. And after the election, a lot of them will run away.
All right, make we quickly pay attention to some things really happen very quickly. As it gets to do with ADC, Bayo Onanuga don dey yab NDC rather. So the special advisor to the president, Bayo Onanuga, he don't criticize the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC), saying that the party has yet to present a clear vision of manifesto for Nigerians ahead of 2027 general election. They never even present manifesto. They never even do anything. Now, Onanuga, in a statement posted on his X handle today, Friday, said he had twice searched the party's website out of curiosity to review its manifesto and governance plan, say nothing. They never say anything. According to him, the party which he said recently became a platform for former P2B and Kwankwaso had no accessible manifesto in its website. In fact, he said, I was interested in the party's manifesto and whether it has enunciated a markedly different vision for the governance of Nigeria, one better than President Tinubu and the APC's renewed hope agenda, Ananoga said, but saying no see anything. Even though the site invited visitors to click on its manifesto to read it, the result was negative. No document found was the response I got each time I tried to go. So you don't use and they don't use and they mock ADC say they know they prepared. They don't even get manifesto ready. What's in they plan to go do to Nigerians? Why they come out to come say one contest if you don't get manifesto ready? I say make I just tell you this one. But if you don't want comments, make I just quickly tell you what's in your power minister talk. The new
Hold
power
on.
minister. You know something talk say, sir.
Hold on.
Okay, sir.
Precious, hold on. Why Onanuga seems to have a crush on P2B.
Ew, eh?
And,
No,
and
that thing is 2 years imprisonment in Nigeria, sir.
he needs to define the level and intensity of that crush so that we know. Because you're asking somebody to give you their roadmap when you don't have one yourself. So you think that because you're a special or SA to the president or media, you just talk whatever you want to say, and you think people will just accept it like that. Why are they so fixated about P2B? Why is it that every party P2B joins becomes a problem for that party? But then, let me tell you, whether they like it or not, they should take it to the bank. It will be difficult for anybody to infiltrate NDC right now.
All right, sir. So make I tell you another one before we go to your brother Hope Uzodimma own because that one they hot. The minister designate for power, Joseph Olatunkomi Tegbe. He don't deny, say, at no time did he ever say that he was going to fix national grid issue in 3 months. So I don't know why, because from the day where this said three now, people say, oh, our new power minister say I will fix light in 3 months. He say no talk like that, or say no promise to fix Nigeria power grid within 3 months. So why people they take them out of context? Uh-uh. If you even do publication, say an attention has been drawn to inaccurate media report alleging that people say, okay, you dey fear. No vex, sir. I say make I just tell you that one. Then we could go straight to your
Well,
brother.
precious.
Sir?
Nigeria is the only country where somebody have a press briefing and tell the whole world that it has the capacity to turn cold water into hot water. And then the people will believe that person. Then when it gets to the point where, oh boy, you can't show your skill, oh, the person will not say, no, 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 no. I didn't say that. I didn't mean it that way. Well, that was not what I said. And this is becoming a very, very terrible dimension that we're taking in terms of communicating with the people, in terms of relating with the people. And those who are fond of this should be very, very careful. How can you hold a press conference and tell us your name is XYZ? Then you go next time, you're telling us, oh no, sorry, my name is GGG. Are
Mm.
you sane at all?
Mm.
Are you normal? The former minister for power, Adelabu, did his own. The only thing that man created was the bandwagon and bandless he created. And now the new one too has started. Well, somehow I don't blame him. He needs the office. There is so much money to be spent. He needs to be able to spend it. So
Okay,
now
sir.
he can say anything he wants to say because he has been sworn in.
Okay, sir. All right, make our enter inside your brother who poses the mass issues. So, the Progressive Governors Forum, they don't pass a vote of confidence for their chairman and the chairman of governors, Imo State, Uzodimma, with 18 governors elected on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, dismissing speculations about moves to replace him and reaffirming their support for his leadership. Now, the vote of confidence followed reports of an alleged leadership change within the forum. On Thursday night, yesterday night, some members reportedly announced Governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, as the new leader of the group. Later, another people consider that Abiodun Naimbi. Now, speaking with journalists after a closed-door meeting at the Imo State Lodge on Friday, the 18 governors physically present reaffirmed their support for Uzodimma's leadership. Now, the governors present at the meeting included those of Ondo, Kaduna, Taraba, Sokoto, Ebonyi, Borno, Lagos, Kogi, Kano, Yobe, Kebbi, Benue, and Jigawa State, while Nasarawa State was represented by its deputy. Now, the Taraba State governors attended briefly before departing, moving the motion. In fact, I saw them talk. But meanwhile, for other news, now say, Yawa Day between Oga Uzodimma and Akpabio, because why Akpabio they another faction with young people. Uzodimma they another faction with young people. In fact, according to the report, Ogun State Governor Akpabio and Kwara State Governor Naimbi, the chairman and deputy chairman of that faction. Why Hope Uzodimma and the Kaduna State Governor, now the chairman and deputy chairman of that faction. Now, these two blocks now don't create a lot of demarcation for inside the Progressive Governors Forum. In fact, the first people report this news today, now Arise Television, they say the details surrounding this agreement remain very unclear. They never to know what's in cause. But sources within the party said tensions had been building over internal leadership control and strategic positioning ahead of the next election season. Not even now, that is waiting the cause of this trouble now. The calculation of how to use win and wait who go be who in 2027. For election, whenever hold do. For election, when they never know whether people go agree vote for them or they share position. If they like make we just begin scatter the bicycle, we will never buy. Even when we never buy and when we dream of them. Prince Francis, sir.
You see, Precious,
Sir?
the way our politics is going, it simply shows you that we have vampires running the affairs of this country.
Hell,
Yes, we have dictators, we have men without conscience. As you know, the problem Hope Uzodimma, in quotes, is having, didn't start with whether governor or no governor. It started from National Assembly.
How? He not be National Assembly member now. What's in start them?
Well, okay, let me help you. You know that every governor in Nigeria, whether you perform or not, whether you deliver or not, you want to retire to the Senate. Because that is where their retirement camp is. And you know that Hope Uzodimma was a senator. And for him, he feels he has not completed his term. Because I don't know how many terms they go for. But he believes he has not completed his term as a senator. So he's already routing to go back to the Senate. If he goes back to the Senate, what do you think will happen? If, for instance, Hope Uzodimma is in the Senate, Akpabio is in the Senate, what's his name? Labour man,
Oshimole.
Senator Adams Oshimole is there. And the president of the Senate is zoned to the southeast. I mean to the south or to the southeast. Who do you think would want to clinch it?
Wait. Are you saying that this whole drama is about who heads what in the Senate in 2027?
It is because of who heads what in the Senate in the next dispensation, the 11th Senate, that they are trying to, smuggle things inside their that same red book. What they call itself?
Oh, now it make they want change their doctrine. Where make Oshimole they
Exactly.
say they must impeach.
Exactly.
Oh,
The same Bible they used to punish Natasha. So I was wondering why, with all the outbursts of Adam Soshimole, even when the clerk, the what do they call him? The whip, the Senate whip
Opa
was
Emebamidele.
shouting. Yes, even though the while he
Abi
was
na the
shouting,
whip.
I thought
Na the
that
chief whip.
the chief whip, I thought they would have
Mm.
applied Natasha on Oshomole because they couldn't do that because two things: you have a Senate that is chauvinistic. You have a Senate that does not have respect for women.
Hey.
And that's why all the women in the Senate, they don't talk because they don't want to receive Natasha treatment. So why didn't Senate President ask them to take him out? You see, man jam man. But now, coming back to the reality of what is playing out, I think to a large extent too, um, between Hope, Uzodimma, and your FCT minister, there's bad blood. And you know that the fact that Fubara, your governor, is today in APC, was engineered by Hope Uzodimma. And the likes of Hope Uzodimma will not sit back and watch Wike impose his own candidate on APC. Don't forget, Wike is not an APC member.
Wait. Wike gets hand for inside waiting they happen to somehow. What's in
He
concern
is
Wike
the,
now?
is the mastermind. Because this whole fight is about two things. One, who
Mm-hmm.
becomes the Senate president in 2027, and who becomes the gubernatorial candidate of APC in 2027.
In what state?
The state that there's one state that had an expatriate. I'm trying to remember the name of the state.
Oh God. Princess Chilaka, I cannot be giving me this beast like this. I've been waiting till they call themselves. You're not going to give me this bass boost like this.
No, but there was a state that had an expatriate. When they declared state of
Eh,
emergency,
I
the
used. I
president
never
they
knew
put
that
an
expatriates.
expatriate.
I never knew that expatriates come into states. I'm not aware. I'm not
No,
aware.
there was an expatriate that ran affairs for 6 months. And when he finished his 6 months, the state house of assembly thought they had power. They said they want to probe him. Up to today, every one of them have gone to sleep. Up to today, the spirit of probing has disappeared from their lives.
Ah,
That is the power of an expatriate.
okay. So no vex now. Now when you don't they tell us expatriate, which role will it be say? Waiting con consign Ohopo Uzodimma consign who go be governor for River State? Con consign
You know,
Akpabio.
you
I
know
don't
who Opus
understand. That must not
Odima.
be Wiki and a guy problem now.
No, Opus Odima is the chair. I think is the chairman of the screening committee.
For APC. So now you go decide who go be the and you know say a consensus that they do now pass.
Good.
Oh.
You know,
Mm.
so everything you see is that Wike is looking for every way to pull down Opus Odima to have his way. But I kept
So
asking,
that is he wants to make sure
how
that Sim in life Obara does not come back. Understanding that
exactly?
Sim is I mean Hope may be taken to Sim.
What does
So
Hope is going to take to see because Hope was the one who single-handedly took Fubara to come and join APC. Have you forgotten? It
So
was
as this
Hope.
thing, as all of them they plot now, if President Tinubu can decide to unplot them, because you know what, everybody hands down. You know that Tinubu has been supporting Wike in all the things he's been doing. And I'm making people
No,
they do. So in case Tinubu
but,
can talk, not gonna leave my
make
Wike
I
for
tell
me.
you.
Sir.
Make I tell you one way you can understand. The support base of Wike, you may think Wike is popular in Rivers. When the chiefs are on ground, you can understand, say, Wike no dey popular. Do you know the reason why governors have been decamping to APC?
Why?
Because they are the machinery used for rigging. Remember in the last election,
Rigging?
you listened to some voice clip where it was said, allegedly said, that Wike was telling the INEC people that if they don't do what he wants, they will not leave Rivers State. So that is to show you the power of the governor in that state. So this whole fight of you do me this one, you don't do me this one, this is all about 2027 and nothing else.
No vex, Princess Chilaka. This one when you talk, no be such a go just talk quick in a hurry. No vex. So you're trying to say that first of all, because Hope Uzodimma na person wey dey in charge of the screening of forum APC whatever primaries, you understand, and then get the choice to use hold or perhaps choose Sim Fubara for River State as governorship candidate against. I say they not bring out one Kelly Judge. We can bring out one guy Kelly for River State against that guy. So to undo that doing where Uzodimma could do. So Uzodimma is trying to, but also Wike is trying to change the rule in the Senate. But Wike not the Senate now. So what is he using to do it?
Wike not the Senate, but Wike and Akpabio are one person.
Hey, now waiting make Oshomole they shout, say no go green, no go green.
Exactly.
Make I go play the Oshomole video again when he say make they impeach him again, maybe people understand what's in the happen. Is this what is going on?
Let me say why this thing has serious moral crisis. The Senate president became minority leader on his first day in office. On his first day, when they swore in, on his first term, when he got into the Senate, I think in the 9th or 8th Senate, right? He became a principal officer, minority leader. He's not the one presiding and asking us to change those rules such that even somebody who had done one term, particularly if you came to the court, you can't even be. Number two, as we speak today, the Senate president has not done 8 years in office. Even if you count the previous one plus the current one, it's not yet up to 8 years. So if we pass the rules that you must do 8 consecutive years before you can be Senate president, it means he has to lead by example by vacating, because he's presiding without acquiring the appropriate qualification. But more offensive to me is that as leaders who are product of ballot, we mustn't make laws to perpetrate anyone. Senator David Mark had the honor and privilege of serving as Senate president for 8 years, not by playing with the rules. Those rules that enabled David Mark to preside for 8 years, what is wrong with them? Those rules that enabled this Senate president to contest for Senate presidency, what is wrong with them? Why changing it now? Because you think that next time, because last time, this rule of what term ranking, that's what you require. And it turned out to be the only one from the South, where it was zone 2. So now he feared that more senators will be eligible, which will broaden the competition base. And now he wants to shock it. If other people are afraid, I'm not afraid. I am only afraid of my creator. Because I've seen whether you tell the lie, you tell the truth, the date of death, you can't adjust it either forward or backward.
Make I just tell you the update now. Senate now don't come postpone all those things. They don't reverse this principal offices rule where Bishop Chomali they slam Akpabio for. They don't reverse and they say they need to do again. They don't wash their hand come on like Porter's pilots. In fact, now Thursday, then they rescind the controversial amendments to its standing order 2026, following concerns by lawmakers that some of the provisions were inconsistent with the 1999 constitution. In fact, they don't turn them around. So you feel saying that the agitation, the aluta continua, what Oshomole do, I follow make them do it like this. Prince Francis, sir.
The pressure was much, and common sense had to play out. Honestly speaking, I do not know what Senator Akpabio and those who were presenting such amendment had at the back of their mind, because all it simply showed was the fact that uh, democracy is being eroded.
Okay.
Your freedom and your right to decide who to rule you and who to vote is gradually being taken away by the government.
Okay, sir. Just before we continue, we will move over to another matter entirely. Now, Vex, where be the place of the Nigerian people for this calculation? What did they make? How are they all sure that they are coming back to the Senate? Or is it that they just know that the results will be announced in their favor, irrespective of what their performance, so matter? So are they considerate at all of the Nigerian people, or they're just like they're planning a future without us, whether we are alive or survive the future or not? They must get their position. What's in the place of the electorate who will vote them for inside these two calculations? Not vex, sir.
Let's go down memory lane first. 2023 election, there was a glitch. And that glitch affected only one portion of the election. Because on that day, you had election for the federal house, if I'm right, and you had election for the Senate. Now, these two offices, the results were not tampered with. No glitch affected it. Those two offices walked through the eyes of a needle as if there was no needle. Walked through the eyes of a camel as if there was no needle to be able to pass through it. So, a lot of our politicians, I keep saying it, their permutation is not about the people. Their mindset is not about the people. You have this I first syndrome. I first. I must be the one that will be appointed. I must be the one to represent my people, even if they don't want me to. But I can tell you what has played out in the Senate. The Senate has simply told Nigerians that elections are rigged in broad daylight. And they're already telling you that, as it is, they know those who will come back to the Senate. That's all I can say. They know. They believe that their rigging machinery will work this time around, but they're going to disappoint themselves.
All right. Somebody say make I ask you one question. Say make I beg. Say they won't know. What's going to happen to Kenneth Okonkwo, your brother? Now we court don't postpone the ADC matter indefinitely. Say make I ask you. No vex, so message not supposed to give messages.
For me, Kenneth Okonkwo is inconsequential.
Oh.
Anybody that considers Kenneth Okonkwo should understand that Kenneth Okonkwo is still living in bondage. He needs to get out of his bondage. A man who speaks from two sides of his mouth at every given time. In one place, he's talking about Obi. On the other hand, he's talking about Atiku. A lot of videos have come online and surfacing where he criticized Atiku and called Atiku all manner of names. And then you also have videos where you saw him praising Peter Obi, because Peter Obi was the one who gave him the platform for him to become popular. And sometimes I ask people, how are we even sure that Kenneth Okonkwo is not a mole in all these parties? Don't forget, he left APC to join Labour Party. How are we sure he's not the mole? It will be a thing of shame if at the end of the day, Kenneth Okonkwo decides to join NDC. It will simply tell you that he is one of those Nigerian politicians that don't think before they talk, that are driven by their stomach and their greed and their selfishness.
All right, sir. So say courts don't throw away, then postpone the case. Now, Emeka Wite, your other brother, now be the judge who presided over the matter. He can't postpone the case between Bala and Afiu, Afiu Bala, and David Mark and Aregbesola indefinitely. And Afiu Bala say, made enough verse, excuse me, your highness, I want to move this case to another court. Now, Prince Francis Chilaka, people they talk, say, is there somebody who understands the court who's helping Nafiu conduct this, do this, many money we won't do. While others they talk say, if the person will be say no like Atiku Abubakar, if it be Atiku enemies, we no say Peter B don't clear road for them now for inside ADC. And they no one make Atiku contest again because they know say he must contest. So now that person if you don't tune, but like, now what's it now just calculation when people they get to. What do you think is playing out, sir? We make a few decide to, and because NDC they tell and say you say you want judgment fast. All of a sudden now they postpone, you won't carry the case, go another place, transfer them. That means you don't even want the judgment to come fast. So they say they laughable, say courts, they do all this one, what they do. But remember, their fate still there in the hands of the courts. And make I take your point, sir. Nigerians phone lines are open, please. Do quick
Well,
to do join the
see,
call.
let me tell you what is playing out with ADC. And that's why I keep saying that a lot of people they think from their from from
Yeah,
their, I don't want to use that
yeah,
word.
yeah. Ew,
Yes. You
ew.
know, they believe that they are smarter and better equipped politically than the political gladiators. And I'm going to take a swipe on Kenneth Okonkwo, who has been all over the place, mouth, giving a bad mouthing Peter will be all over the place. Kenneth Okonkwo, I challenge you today to go and pick up a ticket from your own constituency and contest for Federal House of Rep and see how many votes you will get.
All right,
Yes, I'm
Nigeria.
challenging you.
Nigeria,
See, precious,
sir,
there
sir.
are there are principles in politics, and these principles you need to follow them. The first principle in politics is get into any party and be on the ballot.
Ah,
The second principle is that do everything you can to be declared a winner and allow your opponent to go to court.
it doesn't matter. Are you serious? So make
Yeah,
any
that's
by
Nigeria.
all means be declared the winner.
That is what Nigerian politics has taught us. Do everything and go to court. By the time the case will start from tribunal to high court to appeal court, that person you call an illegal tenant has spent almost 1 year in office. So for me, I would say that the move Peter Obi made was actually the best because as a former ADC member, I didn't see light at the end of the tunnel.
Ew, they don't quench that
And I
one with the
remember
beer.
I kept saying that the supposed verdict or victory, in quotes, given to ADC by the Supreme Court was a smokescreen. But then I wish everybody in that party all the best. We have moved on. Like people will say, if Peter will like, let him enter inside the church. We'll follow him inside the church.
Ah, Church People's Party. All right, Nigerians phone lines are open.
Anywhere he enters into, even if not inside, rat hole, we the obedient will follow him into that place.
On I get they faction now, obedient, they don't sack some of them.
Forget those idiots. Those are morons. You watch. I'm sure you've watched that press conference. Do those people
Eh,
look you like? Do they look you like Nigerians? Do they look you like people who have common sense?
they're from Afghanistan.
Do they look like people who have common sense? Do they even know? Do they even know how obedient came to be? Or they've forgotten when they said 4 people tweeting from a room? They've forgotten. Obedience are not politicians. Obedience are individuals who believe in the capacity, in the credential, in the integrity of a Peter Obi.
Eh.
And obedience was brought out of his name. So you cannot come and tell me that you are canceling my name. You are sacking me from my name. And then as stupid as they are, they
Mm.
still kept another name. They call it obedient. Are they not stupid? We just have a lot of non-entities in Nigeria today. A lot of people who have nothing to do with their lives other than to be given small money and given a space and they begin to rant rubbish.
Okay.
That is just it.
So just to clear the air, somebody they get you wrong here. Say you they suggest immoral acts that do everything to win.
I
Zero
am not
sum game.
suggesting, I am telling you that that is the kind of politics we are playing in this country. When your president, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, grab it, snatch it, and run, what do you think he meant? I wasn't the one that said it. He said, grab it, snatch it, and run. That power is not served a la carte. Don't you hear it with your own ears? A lot of Nigerians hear, but they don't reason. They don't comprehend. The kind of politics Nigerians practice today, which the person that is talking, is a problem to it too, is do everything you can to be declared a winner. Nigerians will say, we want to see our votes counted. The police will tell you to vote and go home. What is the meaning of that? What does that insinuate? Why is it that it has become difficult for us to allow technology to handle our election process? But Nigerians will stay in their houses. Big Brother Africa, they will be voting from there. They will stay in their houses and be playing tete, but they cannot stay in their houses and vote for their leaders. Nigeria is the only country in Africa today where the worst of us are ruling the best of us. A country where professors are helping non-graduates to become leaders.
Oh.
And we're all smiling. We're all happy about it. A country where you have technocrats, you have lawyers, you have doctors. Yet the minimum qualification to lead 220 or 30 million people is attempted school sat. Are we not ashamed as a people?
Hell. Chim.
Do we go home to sleep and we are happy with the nonsense that is happening? You have senators. They call themselves senators. They call themselves honorables. Please tell me, how many bills have they passed to alleviate the suffering of the ordinary Nigerians? How many bills? And then tomorrow you'll tell me, you said this. No, I'm saying it the way it is. The problem we have in Nigeria today, other than the politicians, the ordinary Nigerians are part of the problem. They have started lining up now. Some of them that will collect 3 cups of rice, 2 balls of onions, noodles, 5,000. They're lining up. And then when they finish collecting it and throw away their vote, they begin to cry. Petrol is 1,000 plus today, going to 1,005. Where are all the people who gathered at Ojota? Where are all the men of God? The only thing the religious institution in Nigeria has been able to do to the people is to allow the government to let the people believe that suffering is from God. Suffering is not from God. Poverty is not from God. It is from man. It is man-made. It is your political class that is forcing it on you people. And all of you are accepting it. When they do, your men of God will tell you, go and pray. Be patient. Go and pray. But every Sunday they want to collect money from the people they're asking to pray. Nobody's asking how they're surviving. The same tactics with your politicians. When you tell them, we don't have good roads, give them rice. We don't have electricity, give them rice. So rice has become a solution to good governance. Are we not
Oh,
ashamed as a people?
all right, sir.
And
Talking
Nigerians
about
not ashamed?
talking about rice, sir, let me show you something that is better than rice that they shared recently. Just watch it. Very nervous.
GM ti eternity. Ẹ ṣe fídíò fún wa náà. Ọkọlọmọ ti eternity. Tinubu 4x4. Ọkọlọmọ ti eternity. Òróró. Tí àtẹwọ́ gbé wọn dìde ẹ̀jọ̀. GM àkànní tàbí sọ̀rọ̀.
Oya, ẹ máa fi sí.
They're folding it, handing over to people.
Ẹ máa bọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan bí bá ṣe ń gba káàdì wọn bí ẹ lọ́sìn máa gba káàdì. Oya next card. Ẹ máa bọ̀. Ẹ máa lọ.
Voters card.
Ẹ jọ PPC registration.
Okay, sir.
This is precious. Precious, you see, this is what poverty, this is what systemic poverty, politicized poverty, religious poverty, this is the cause. This is a country where they have told you that 140 million Nigerians are in multi-dimensional poverty. Everybody there for different layers. So it depends on the layer where you find yourself in. In a sane society, should this be happening? First of all, they're abusing the naira. And then they're doing it with so much pride. Should something like this happen in a sane society? And then somebody will come and open up their mouth and be speaking rubbish. I keep saying it, that Nigeria has everything. Nigeria has everything that a failed state has. The only thing keeping Nigeria going is the people, the resilience of the people. The day the people will lose it, I am telling you, nobody in government will be able to hold them back.
All right, Nigerians, phone lines are open. It's better for you to click on the link on the pinned post and get into the studio. So please click on the click on the link that is in the pinned post, and it will bring you straight to the studio. Just follow that link waiting for the pinned post. The link will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation. I'm not sure the WhatsApp line is functional. So in case you try to call the WhatsApp line, it doesn't go through. Please just click on that link and it will bring you through. So for another news, sir, I hear say some article loyalists them say they won't support people. Be making hear waiting them talk.
Professor Jibrin Ubale Haya, a student of power, political science. You know, my chairman has said a lot, and she have cited the reasons, the rationales behind our alignment today. We are not just a support group, we are even going behind that level by trying to register as a political party, which we had been shortlisted by INEC in 2025. We don't have any country that we can proud of apart from this country, Nigeria. And our focus is 2 to 3 things: the unity of Nigeria, the development of Nigeria, and also the prosperity of Nigeria in the community. Before we come up with this thinking, we have invested resources to undertake research, identifying the key areas of Nigerian problems, and coming out with some solution that can address such kind of problems. In doing these tasks, we come up with a blueprint that we can sell it to Nigeria when we register as a party. Very unfortunately, we have denied that opportunity. We have denied that registration by INEC. Looking at what is happening in the political space of Nigeria today, we never have it in the history of Nigeria since independence 1960, where a nation is going with one party. One party. I don't think by any scholastic or any scholastic debate that can tell you if you are running a single party, you are not running democracy. Because you are denying others people chance of selling themselves, and you are denying other people who are voters from taking decision of who to vote. So looking at this, we think there is need for us to align with a formidable candidate that can be sell out, that can be accepted by Nigeria. Coming with this thinking, we are not just looking for the region, looking for the religion. We are looking for the personality. And we are looking for a product that can be sold by Nigerians, that can be bought by Nigerians. And we see coming up peoples like Obi, and with my brother who I'm from Kanu Konkoso, it's a product that can be sold when you're talking to Nigerians. So we say there is need for us as a youth, as a Nigerian, as a patriotic Nigerian, to show that love for this country by going with, that's our thinking. So we think there is need for us to come up with this blueprint because it's our own, and now we ignite the right, we can give it to another cause that can lead to Nigeria to a better country. Nigeria is possible to be better if we can have a credible candidate.
All right. So
like
this they say
this
the
personality
article
I
support
mentioned.
group. We don't say they won't begin drum support for Tito P2B. I say, are you sure this is some sort of why they won't come bring unnecessary clash between the two people? Now waiting people they talk with them.
See,
Is it really
pressure. Nobody's
necessary?
bringing any clash. Nobody's bringing any
Mm.
clash. Because of the issues going on with the ADC, which seem to have no definite timeline of resolving it. I know that a lot of people are going to move into NDC, and I know that a lot of people are let me say this, and I'm saying this so that Kenneth Okonkwo, who claims that he was consulted before before ADC was turned into a special vehicle.
Was
I think
created. Oh, okay.
no, he said it was consulted before the alliance started coming together. And that I remember in this interview, he said he told them that they should not build their structure around P2B. And I asked myself, is that guy normal? Because I also know that after P2B joined ADC, he came out to praise P2B. Everybody in ADC knows that that party became a formidable force the moment P2B joined it. And so with all this thing that is happening, a lot of people that are there, support groups, are going to leave ADC and join P2B wherever it is. Like I keep saying, if P2B like, may go right hide inside at home, all of us will go fish them out.
But these people not Tiku support group now, not be P2B support group now. I make people they talk. All right, sir. Quickly, people they ask me you comment on the PDP new judgments. Where your Wike Conde now, your brother Wike?
That is what we don't understand, because if every decision taken by Anyanwu and Co has been nullified, then it means that P2B Wike too has been nullified.
He cannot be nullified as an individual now.
No, it doesn't. He claims to be the father of PDP. So let him go and face. Let him go to. If I be wicked now, the best thing that to resign from FCT and go and see how you can take over either the PDP structure in Rivers or the APC structure in Rivers. Any which of them. But as it is now, the what's his name? The the BOT chairman of PDP has formed. They have formed an interim national working committee headed by Turaki, and they have given them the power to go ahead. So it shows that power they pass power. Gara gara, not be every gara gara. Not be every gara gara be power.
All right, sir. Nigerians phone lines are open. Hello, good evening. Wait, Matthew, you're welcome. Go ahead, Matthew.
Good evening, Precious.
Good
and
evening, Matthew.
Good evening, Prince.
Good evening.
I want to say my heart. I want to say I've been listening to you for the last years, and you set my heart on fire. I want to say
Aw.
which this is recorded and it is transmitted to every home. I hope they can actually, Precious, if you can, before edit the last 10, 15 minutes. And I wish it can be played and played and played. Because sometimes we need to make people understand the pain they are in. Because sometimes, that's what when you take paracetamol, though you are in pain, but it is numbed. Though there is a serious concern, but you've taken something, and like beloved Prince rightly said, we've been numbed. And in a sense, we don't understand the depths of depravity we've been put into. And as Prince rightly said, when we wake up, and people begin to row, those in power, we understand something has changed. So I want to salute you, Prince. I want to say a big thank you for stirring our hearts and for waking us. Just some things you said. I will just go back to it. I know Prince is talking from a place of passion, and which is true. And when we talked about our president saying, "Come, you're not going to get power just like that." He snatched it, grab it. We thought he was joking, and we think he's still joking for 2027. No, he's going to do it the same thing, exactly the same thing. So we have to say to ourselves. I think last time I was on the I said, "Come." The first thing we have to do is show by the registration online that we've moved, and that happened. I think last time we spoke, that was before NDC, and in less than 24 hours, I think we're over 10 million plus. That's the first thing. Now, but the other thing, we have to be active. We have to be active, and I know, Precious, you've talked about for those in the diaspora that. Oh, I hope Prince has not gone. Because I was going to ask him.
He's
Okay,
here. He's here. He
yeah,
can hear you.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
here.
yeah. So, we, as for those of us in diaspora, I know I had a conversation today. I think we're just waiting for them to. There's some things I can't say now because one of the things we've decided, we won't be telling our secrets to the whole world, because one of the things they did to us the last time, we are not going to play it again. We are wiser this time, so it's like catching them by surprise. Like, oh, where did you come from? So I'm just so we're looking at some few things. In number one is citizen participation of citizens. How do we empower citizens to be in the towns, in the villages? Um, because I think they had a Pitobi village boy. How do we empower them? So, as President said, they are voting, they are there, but also in times of we need, like I said the other time, like a war room. We need a war room, almost like for all the various units in every state, all the results. You just simply by with your mobile phone, all our polling agents. They in terms of the paper, they have the picture. They click on the picture. What am I saying? I might not so let me not go too far. But there are some things we have to do differently that we are already that as the results are coming from every state, we are already publishing it. Okay. And these are the results from our own agents. Okay, the result from our agents. And if we collaborate and work with other agents, we are trying to make it as difficult and as challenging. They're still going to try and rig, okay, but we want to make it as difficult and as challenging as possible. So that's one of the things. And also is, I think we have to also look at what we need the international community to be involved as international observers. We have to encourage them. Okay, I say, come, because somehow when you have someone looking into your matter, in a sense, you behave. These people understand that that when you have in the international community involved in processes, involved in
What do
transmission.
you think the international community will do? I'm coming. The reason I'm asking this question,
Yes, Precious.
people they talk saying actually the international community now keep us where we did because they like, according to what people are saying, they like it when the worst of us rule the rest of us, so that they can keep enjoying the benefit from our country the way they're doing. So what do you think they can do differently if you involve them?
I
If they
think
have
that
interest.
Precious.
Sir?
That used to be an old narrative. I don't deny it's still playing, but nobody wants the place on fire. Okay, they know if the nation Nigeria goes on fire, they know they will not benefit. They want to work with, they want to benefit, but they will prefer to benefit from a place that is properly structured and working. They prefer. I mean, look at what's happened in the Middle East. Look at what happened when they had
And
the
when people
Arab
are
Spring.
asking that you increase your voice a bit, looks like they can't hear you properly.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Well, just go ahead.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. My apologies. Can you hear me?
Just go ahead. Yes, please. No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Look at what happened in the Arab Spring. People took up, but what happened? The other nations who were involved just go, okay, now let's set the whole place on fire. They didn't do that because they know if the entire nation burns down, their interests will go into flames. The same thing applies in Nigeria also. So I feel that they have a role to play. The international community has a role to play. So we're looking at two things. We're looking at voter participation, voter engagement in the communities in terms of what we do in the polling station, the transmission of results, in networking with other what's it called, other political parties. Okay, having these things, like I said, in different states, and that's a different thing entirely. Then also with the final announcements. So those are my thoughts. So Prince, what are your thoughts?
Well, first and foremost, I have a problem, and that problem is that Nigerians are not well informed
Mm,
about the role they need to play in politics and in electing their leaders. Um, I think that the church, the mosque, the religious institutions need to do more. I'm not saying
okay.
become partisan, no, but I'm saying they need to spend time, spend resources educating their members. People need to be educated. I have always advocated that at the secondary school level, the Nigerian constitution should be taught. Because when you bring such things to the school, you have to open up the political minds of the young people, the youths, the universities. We should be able to be teaching our constitution, teaching the
Yes.
electoral act, so that people
Yes.
will
Yes.
know their responsibilities. And then we must be able to have a system devoid of who your president is, who the
Yeah.
Senate is, that holds everybody accountable.
Yes.
So this issue of, you have the legislative arm of government, you have the judiciary arm of government, you have the executive arm of government, and the executive arm of government seems to be overpowering the others, is a major problem. Because if you look at it, to be honest with you, why do you think all these governors are moving into APC? It's because, one, they're looking for security,
Yeah.
either to come back as governors, or to come as senators, or to get juicy appointments. But in all of this thing, it's not about the people. Nigeria is the only country where the government will wake up and say, we're going to build houses for people. Meanwhile, the people, what they want is water. Nobody have ever asked the Nigerian people, what do you want?
Once.
Nigeria is a country where you don't have any rolling plan, nothing. Government comes in, they just forget whatever the other government has done, even if they're very good and developmental projects, they just abandon it. And then they
Prince.
start their own. I mean, take the Calabar Highway, for instance.
Mm.
Is that a necessity for now? It is not. Because we don't have roads. The ordinary roads are not functional. A right-thinking government would have said, okay, let us spend
Priorities.
all the money fixing the old roads. And then when we are done with the old roads, we begin to think of new ones.
What are
The
the
rate at
priorities? What are the
the
priorities? That's the thing.
let's see, successive governments in Nigeria don't have priorities. No plans, no vision, nothing. We just keep
No
going
direction.
on in circle. No direction. We just go in circle. And the Nigerians are the most God. I don't want to use a very bad word, but Nigerians are so dull. Maybe it's because of the way poverty has entered, and they've been
Yes, you
so
said it,
beaten.
Prince.
Yes, they've been so beaten that people are no longer thinking out of the box.
Prince, you know, there's something you said. There's something you said that is we've been dulled and beaten to a pulp by reason of poverty, and we've come to a place where we begin to say to ourselves, "I will not make any difference. My voice will not make any difference. My participation will not make any difference. Even here in the UK, when I say to people, "Come, do you know what's happening?" It's like, "Oh, what has that got to do with me?" We are not generationally minded in the way we think. Okay, it's just the here and now. It's just today and tomorrow. Okay, so we don't have any kind of like 5 generations ahead of us. So we don't have a generational mindset in how we think and how we do things. Now, there's one other thing you said, which I also want to just tie into in terms of the place of religious leaders. We need to understand that we are responsible for the state and the well-being of our nation. God will not interfere in your business. If you choose to jump from a 10-story floor, God will not hold you down.
Exactly.
Okay, there are certain things God has given to us for which we are responsible, and the states and the governors and everything we will do. Sometimes we pray for things God has already given us responsibility for. It doesn't make sense, and I absolutely agree with you in terms of teaching them in schools, but also not being partisan, but waking people. I wish, like I said, I hope Precious is able to cut that part of your speech and play it in the marketplaces, have it interpreted in our sides in a different. Let people wake up. Let people understand that they have a stake in what is happening. And when people understand, when people begin to see that, they will now know, oh my. So because it is one day, as we say back when we were growing up, little drops of water, before you know it, makes a mighty ocean. So I wish that particular aspect of your speech can be cut out, interpreted in different languages, in the marketplaces, in schools, because it is non-partisan, but it awakens the spirit and the need and the urgency of where we are now as a nation. And it's in our hands, and we can do something about it. When we go that line in terms of the few things you said, I am almost certain before you know it, things will begin to change.
I hope so.
Matthew, I appreciate you a great deal. Let's see. But before I let you go, Prince Francis, let me play a lamentation by someone and make you hear what's in a concerned Nigeria laments.
If you not be idiot, if you not be fool, give me one reason where you go come out outside to tell us you go vote for Asiwaju Tinubu for second term. If you are not an idiot, tell me one reason why you go still put your fucking mouth, tell Nigerians to come out and vote for Asiwaju to come back to second term for this hardship we don't put us. Give me one single reason. Now, I want to mention for you, in case some of you don't forget, what? Asiwaju enter, bam, the next thing, bam, sausage, boom, everything rise to different price rate today. We no return, no surrender. All the price of food run up to today. Fuel price today, will they buy some fuel station? They don't say 1,500 now. 1,500 now. Imagine say you want to buy black market. How much is that? Make we keep that one aside too. Asiwaju, when you enter, how much was a bag of rice? When you enter, our electricity was a bit better. You promised us electricity to today. In fact, the one where the cheaper one where you promised us, when we say, I'm still surprised to today. Agbado, where you tell us Agbado go there everywhere. Agbado now, if the smallest Agbado is 500. But we find that time when you never enter, even during Buhari, Agbado, the smallest one was 50 naira, 100 naira. But now, we they buy 3 or 200. Now, the smallest Agbado is 500 to 700. The smallest Agbado. The Agbado where you promised us, you could not even make it available for us. Tell me the reason why we should push you go as well. Now, this time when you just there for one term, where we say every government will come on seat, they pretend for first tenure. They pretend, then nobody know what they get in plan for second term. Your own, you just come boom, you put fire everywhere. Everywhere, catch fire, hunger everywhere, insecurity everywhere. Insecurity double, times 5. Times 5. Before, you go here say 3 people buy, 7 people buy, but your own, now from 30 upward, now with a year. 30 people buy for year, 100 and something, they kidnap for year. Now your own be that, we never hear the better news since you enter office. Since you enter office, accident every day. 9 people they buy. Since you enter office, hospital collapse. Since you enter office, schools become useless. Give me one single thing. No good road, nothing. Give me one single thing. Why people like us with our correct brain. The only people that, two set of people that can vote for Asiwaju, make I tell you. Number one, people who you don't recruit will be criminals. The criminals where they don't recruit for political office. Now they go vote for them. Number two, people where we see they don't have mental problem. If you are normal, there is no way with your normal brain to vote for Asiwaju. It's not possible. So anybody when they talk to Asiwaju, check out either the person is a potential criminal or is a criminal or
Chilaka, not vex. I say make I let you know. And a lot of people they ask in reality, what's in be the thing where be say this administration won't campaign with? Because
Okay,
the only thing where be
I'll
say
tell
they do
you.
is not to blast opposition. But beyond
No,
that, what is it?
I will tell
Okay.
you now. Calm down, precious.
Yeah.
There
Okay,
are
sir.
too many things this government will campaign with.
Oh wow,
Too many.
interesting.
Yes. The first thing they will campaign with is the fact that they have a GDP which they claim is one of the best in the world or the third in the world. They will also claim that they have stabilized the dollar, because that's what they are claiming now, that they
At
have stabilized
1,000,
the
almost
dollar.
1,400.
They will also claim that despite hunger and poverty, they have city boys and city girls. They also claim that the governors are receiving more money now, and that also the states have become very vibrant and productive. They will also claim, don't forget, your president said that he was going to reduce your purchasing power, which he has done. Except people didn't listen to him very well, but he said it.
Mm.
So, and don't forget, electricity. The presidency has moved out of the national grid and he has left it for you people. Nigerians, he said, we're going to carry anything I want to, we're going to do. That is why the other man who called himself the Minister for Power, Adelabu,
The new one.
who could not
No, the
offer
old
us
one.
light, who put us in darkness, is going to go to Oyo State to contest for governorship. I wonder the kind of leadership he will give them there. So, you have a president who will tell you that
They don't take your lights. I'm sorry,
Oh,
sir. I'm so sorry, sir.
I think
I'm sorry, sir. They've taken his lights.
I think before, yes, I think I just want to also just shed some light on a few things he
All
said.
right, then go ahead, please.
In terms of normally, it's Operation shows your report card, because if you said you were going to do particular things before, now before you go back, because we all know the Senate is almost like a retirement house, but that should not be the case. It doesn't make sense, but that's what's happening. But the other thing also is I wanted Prince to also talk about is the significance and the power of one. What the chain reaction begun by one can produce in a nation, and how we should not despise one, just one. I hope he comes in so he can shed some light so that people begin to understand and value who they are as citizens. Just one person. Don't look away from it. Just exactly like what you're doing, Precious. Okay, just one. Whatever your hand finds to do for the nation, do it. It could be talking to your neighbor. It could be whatever it is. The importance, the place, the significance, and how far it will go. We'll be surprised. And I believe this coming in the next 7 months, what we will do, we'll surprise ourselves. Okay. I was just thinking, I said, come, we have to be, says though we are gentle as doves, but we have to be very crafty as serpents. You don't, if you're going to this terrain, you just go as if things are normal. You know the terrain and you know how to walk in the terrain. So so for me, I think it's I wish Prince was here. I still want him to just encourage us again so people understand that um if you're of a voter's age, understand the significance of a voter's card, understand the value of your conversation, whatever party, understand critical, understand that, come ask questions, have these conversations, and before you know it, people will begin to wake up. Okay, I know someone said if you're going to give me rice, well, give me rice. That has nothing to do with my vote. I can collect all the rice I can collect. I can collect all the oil I can collect. I can collect all the sewing machines you're going to give me. But that has nothing to do with me saying, come, this is not your report card. What you're all trying to do now, because you'll be, I know in the next 3 months, they'll be everywhere.
I think Prince has rejoined us. Prince Francis, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay,
Welcome.
all right. So quickly ask the question, please, so that
Oh yes,
we can
Prince.
let him go.
I was just saying. I just wanted to share some additional light so that those who will listen to this, um, so that as Nigerians we understand the significance and the power of one, so that we understand what the chain reaction began by one person, what it can become in a community, become in a village, become in a street, just your village, just your town, just your state, and then we go just your nation, but just one. So that's Nigerians, we take pride. Even here in England, people know I tell them I'm Nigerian. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of people may tell story and say, oh, but you have to no, throw that away. I'm proud of being a Nigerian. So, Prince, can you shed some light so that people understand the significance, their participation, okay, as citizens themselves, please, Prince.
Like when we talk about participation and talking about the Nigerianness,
Yes.
the major problem we have that is taking away that the beauty of
Mm.
Nigerianness is this clause we call state of origin. It is one thing that I don't know why the people we have in the Senate and the House of Rep, they're not thinking as if there is no box. Nigeria has been fragmented today because of ethnicity and religion. And we're not doing, those we have as representatives are not doing anything to bridge that gap. What we need urgently is a law throwing away state of origin and replacing it with state of residence. This idea of people asking you, where are you from? People don't tell you I'm a Nigerian first. They first of all tell you, I'm from the East. I'm an Igbo man. I'm a Yoruba man. Nigeria comes second. Ordinarily, Nigeria should come first.
Wow, what is happening tonight?
Where are you from? Rather than saying you're a Nigerian, you say, I'm from Imo State. I'm from Abia State. I'm from Delta State. So we need a new mindset.
Yes.
We need to be able to teach our children who are coming up, we need to teach them empathy. We need to teach them neighborliness. We need to teach them love. I tell people, I say, what you have playing out in South Africa today is just because the generation of South Africans you have are people who were brought up and nurtured under violence. And that is all they understand. And it's creeping into Nigeria. And we think it's a joke. And that's why we keep telling the government, you don't come and rub it in the face of the people that somebody who was responsible for the death of somebody's father, for the death of somebody's mother. You are rubbing it and saying you have de-radicalized them, you are integrating them, you are reabsorbing them to the society. You are building a monstrous system. We need to have a country that every one of us can beat our chest. See, when I was growing up, I mean, those years, like you take a train from Lagos to Niger State. You take a night bus. A lot of us like to travel night.
Yes.
Because we enjoy it. If you have a business in Lagos, you in the night you take a bus. By 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you're in Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't even go into, because we probably don't have family members in Lagos. Where do we go to? We go to the nearest hotel, go into their this thing,
Reception.
and wash your face, come out and dress up, and you go on the move. But can we do that today as a people? Do we even know who we are? Do we even have love? I mean, if you have an accident on the road, instead of people to come and help you, they are busy making video. They even run away from you because they are scared that if the matter goes to police, the police will now arrest them. Our police has lost every sense of decency. Our military have become escorts to bandits and all of that. So we need to come back home. We need to come back to the basics. And it starts from one person. So everybody should be able to educate the other person about love, about neighborliness, about how to live together. But when you see in 2011, between 2011 and 2014, I had a program I was running with my foundation, and we're going to schools, secondary schools. We're talking about immorality, drug abuse, examination malpractices, cultism, At some point, the Lagos State Government Ministry of Education says we shouldn't enter the schools anymore because they said they thought we were campaigning for one politician. And that is the problem. The problem is whatever you want to do to develop this country, a political angle is brought into it, and that kills it. But when the people are resolute, when the people say, look, this is what we want, when we stand together, when we bond together and say, we want this. For me, this whole thing about constituency project should be scrapped. You can't have a local government chairman. You have a governor. And then one person that says he's a senator is doing constituency project that they don't even do. We just have too many drain pipes all over the place. So Nigerians need to wake up. Nigerians need to, like people would say, if you don't vote somebody in, you have no right to question that person's ability to perform. Because what the Senate is saying today, or what the actions they're trying to take by deciding how the 11th Senate will run, simply shows you that a lot of senators believe that they will rig themselves back to power. Whether the people like it or not.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. On a lighter note, before I take another call and then we'll let you go. Somebody posts for social media saying don't get in PVC, saying no go vote President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now when you don't get them. Another person will be APC supporter tell and say make him go hawk transform if you no go vote APC. The guy can't repost and can't talk say he don't go hawk transformer. He show a picture of him hugging transformer. Say for 12 hours now in the hawk transformer. Say no light set for the transformer to fuck up. So I beg many Nigerians then go get their PVC so that they go vote that people will go make them in the hawk transformer, make transformer no shock them again. I just thought to let you in on that. The Barrys, good evening and welcome. Comparable fact. Let's be quick with it, please, so that we'll release Prince Francis Chilaka. He's already late into the night. Thank you. The Barrys, are you there? If you're not there, comparable facts, please. Okay, the Barrys, go ahead.
Hello, hey, Precious. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
You are Prince. PRP. Thanks this evening. No, I see your passion.
Thank you.
This one where Precious one make me laugh. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Social media people, I go post them for now. You know, say
no.
Evidence, so I get evidence.
That is very. Listen, that guy needs to get on stage. He's a great comedian. say. So, Precious, I wanted to just talk on two things. One is what Dr. Kash said yesterday about Nigerians, that we are very primitive. You know, he said it in a good way, in a very nice way. And Jonathan said that in earlier, when all those crowds went down, I was waiting for those same crowds to come back the following day or even answer, say, sir, 90% or 80% of everyone standing before you asking you to come and contest do have their PVC. So they come bring them out, show and to prove. But that's Jonathan talk now. Waiting to happen. Me, I told you I just came back. And the people that were asking me to have how you there now bring body, you just come back now. We need this, we need that. I said, listen, bring good information. There's something coming up. This is what's coming up. This is even before Peter Obi and Kwankwaso joined NDC. I said, see thing that happen. This is where we need to go. These people, when they ask me for money, were telling me, say, when money come, and when money come, and they gonna know what I say, hey, this not people where they even, I said, okay, no wahala, I know what thing to do. But that, so that did not stop me from.
Before they can vote anybody.
That is now waiting, don't enter the head now, they tell you so. This one on my face, up till now.
Never reach now. Maybe I suffer, they do press up now.
That's now waiting, the thing don't put for their head. But as things they go, you know, see as things they go, I say my prayer is just for one person. One person. Yeah, wicked. Now that's it. I don't care about Tinubu. You see that Tinubu matter? I know what it. Now that wicked, now I not gonna lie to you. I don't tell you say matter de grand. Ain't go see him now. But anyways, yesterday somebody was asking for my contact. You know, I listen, I follow something like that. As I speak, I said, I speak to you now. They go enter meeting in the next 25 minutes.
So they go enter meeting. Questions that people have been asking. I've been trying to look for you to respond to those questions, and we don't see you.
Yes.
Plus my own pending matter. And I say, you just leave me, just do me abracadabra.
No, Precious. I said,
matter, no problem.
No, because trust me, I don't tell you. I know they fail my promises. See. No, I listen every day, and they send you the other day. Are they online though? Are they even off my mic? Some are they even are they trying to get?
What are you guys doing to ensure your grassroots presence and support? Because somebody was saying that he was trying to look for NDC secretariat in Delta State to register yesterday. No see where go register.
Listen. The point is this.
In one waka go regi, like you know how you enter the party secretariat and all that. He didn't.
Yes, Precious.
The party is a relatively new party and they cannot just have offices around like that. But what are you guys doing to ensure that? Remember that the excuse when they give when make people lose the governorship election. Sorry, last year 2023 election be that. So
that's what I'm answering.
Grassroots presence.
You know, say before I go talk about grassroots, me, I have to take my own money and take equipment, go down to my village to establish my ward. I have all the contacts. I even established a platform where they communicate. I send them information. They need just small thing to mobilize themselves, and we put that down. So me, before I go talk to other people, so that Delta State, I have about 2 candidates now. About 3 of them coming from here. They're actually coming next week where we contest, and that is what we tell them. Not only the village, their local government, as much as they can cover. So they are going down. And those people where they say they want to look for secretary, the online registration is open. It's as easy as ABCD.
Beyond the online registration are for people where they do online. The majority of Nigerian population and voters know they online. So what's about that? What about them? That's the question. Do you understand?
Are they diaspora? And are they here? My job, as I speak to you,
have a word from your people and get back to us. Really, we're not expecting you to have answers to all of this.
But no, definitely. All this is where they talk. As a matter of fact, I share this link on all our platforms so they can listen to what people are asking and what are the challenges that they are having. That's what I do. As I speak to you right now, after you finish tonight, I'm sharing this link as well. Even at the enter the EXCO meeting on Sunday, we have meeting every Sunday. As a matter of fact, I'm working on some few things to put in place, but that is very important. We are working on it now. We're just 2 months old. We don't learn from the labor movement. We are working on that grassroots. Okay. Those of us that actually our goal.
This whole thing where the president invites Irake Dixon and Jonathan and all that. Are you sure that they are ready to implode?
Implode. Precious, get some things. Again, maybe I go send you a message about NDC. Not be everything I feel talk on air. I need to send you a message.
Manifesto. Say go on
why
you don't see any manifesto? Why? Why when I not get
so more go Now, before I go post manifesto for websites for time. Make we finish. We never even fully established. I go throw manifesto
Okay,
for there.
so all of that to follow. Thank you. I just to
Abba,
make
now
that.
small with the waka. With the waka before we go run. No worry. NDC day here to stand. Don't worry yourself, precious.
All right. So
I guess, like I said, I
Mr.
sent,
Edison is
I
still trying to reach you. I don't know how you get yourself,
sent you. No, I sent you. Listen, check your
I
WhatsApp
don't know
message.
your number. Just send me message. Now tell me say that you be this. I just a
I
million and
even
one
send,
members to that phone.
I even send my picture, my card for the thing so that you go see
No,
and
no.
you go
When did
you
you
follow.
send that? When did you send that?
Okay. Today, before actually when your your show was on when I sent it to your WhatsApp.
So
As you send
my staff was with the phone and they were sending messages with the phone. So I may have been mixed up. So if you can just do me another
okay,
reminder of message right now, please. Just
maybe
do a
okay.
message.
So do I send it here or I should send it back
No,
to
just
that
do the WhatsApp now. Just do a message to the WhatsApp now so that we can
okay.
remember.
All right, I will do
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
All right.
Prince
Thank you.
Prince Chilaka, thank you so much. I know I asked you a question,
Now
but
you're
I got
talking
plenty.
like
But
I didn't say they in DC now.
you know, see,
Diaspora secretary.
you know, see, saying fresh. We don't need any happy people. We need the correct people. You know, see, Abba,
I'm
now you
not
the
the
waste
flesh.
time. Now you the waste time. Now you the waste time. They dodge this thing. Precious.
Sir,
Joining a political party does not mean that you are partisan. We be
I will not
Democrat.
join.
We
I
the
don't want to join the
Republican.
political party.
Democrat bring the right candidate. All of us go to Republican. We get better candidate. And so we they do.
No
Party
problem.
political party does not hold you into one place. Not to if
So no wonder allow you to give
bring.
free adverts now almost every time when you come here. I don't fight you. Money, you not grip pay me. Ehen.
You don't start. I tell you, say my promises are. I always keep my promise. But
No
now what
problem.
for this? So no, let me start anything. Now what this? So no start
I'm
am.
not agree
I go
with you
change.
before I go impeach me. Like they want to impeach
I
me
go
to be
change.
for
I go
president.
change the color of your background. I go bring. I go send you NDC background. This thing. New certify. May put for your back there. What's it that?
I bet they
Abba.
wine me, Joe. Bye bye. They
I
go.
don't.
Thank you. Next,
Okay.
please. Comparable
Later.
facts,
Thanks.
welcome, Mr. Emmanuel. Welcome. Our
Thank
comparable
you.
facts, go ahead. Please, Chief Emmanuel, sir. How can I forget the chief?
No
Chief,
problem.
well done, sir.
Thank you.
No, we cannot hear you again. It's
Okay, thank you. I thought I
Thank you.
muted my phone, but that's fine. Thank you. This is
Thank
my
you.
first time of joining in this conversation, and I'm so
Yay.
delighted I'm opportune to do so because
Yay.
You're
from
welcome, Emmanuel Chief.
thank you very much. I've been quarreling
Chief,
with
you're
my wife
welcome.
here because I was giving her the analysis of the brain I was getting from our precious prince. He has educated me so much, so much. I don't know that we have this kind of people that are very honest, that can just say the simple truth. I'm just going to hold on myself to the next time I have the opportunity to join, then I'll tell you. Let me just be on the listening side. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, Prince Francis Chilaka, did they give you accolades?
It's for all of us. We need to build our country.
Now, hi, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right,
Thank
comparable facts, please shoot.
All right. Greetings, everybody, especially to our honorable, my brother from my Imo state, Mr. Chilaka. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
Great. Let me start before I ask you a question because you just made certain kind of narrative that kind of that I agree with because I was in a different platform today about what's going on in Nigeria and I repeated the same thing. So I echo what you said that for Nigeria to move forward, we need to decommission this tribalism we have, or else it's not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. I know religion is one of the issues we have in the country, but I think tribalism is the ultimate problem we have in Nigeria. I've always said that because it's kind of pain me. The guy live in a he's one of those old money guys that live in that live in Lagos. So he was saying, it gladdened his mind. He's not a young man. The guy that was saying this, it's gladdened his mind that no other tribe in Nigeria has any elected office in Nigeria. It's about time they send all the Nigerians away. This is a platform that he was glad what the current government is doing. They don't want any other tribe to have any kind of opportunity in Lagos because Lagos is Yoruba land. So that brings me to my mind.
What you are preaching right now is exactly. We were talking about South Africa. He was against the xenophobia going on. I said, this is an internal xenophobia you are preaching in Nigeria. And that's exactly the problem we have. So what you just said,
But comparable facts. Let me quickly state something. I'm sorry to say. I'd like you to know that I have a lot of friends in circle that are called Lagosians from Lagos State that trace their genealogy to Lagos State. They are not like that. I have never heard people who are called Lagosians telling people, go to your states. Lagos is for Yoruba land. I can bet you that people who always say that are the Yorubas that are non-Lagosians. So please forgive the Lagos people. I'm not sure that the ones carrying that,
no,
doing
no, no,
that.
no, no. Remember, I grew up in Lagos. So I can speak for Lagos. I didn't mean Yoruba. I didn't even call Yoruba name. I mean some, not all Yoruba, very minor. And I called those people when I made that statement. I said the people that voted for P2B, during that election, they are the refined Yoruba. So the guy was very mad at me. What do you mean by refined Yoruba? I said it doesn't have to do with intelligence. It doesn't have to do with how much education. Refined, being very refined, being knowledgeable about the world, very being versatile. You have an open mind. That's what I mean. But anyway, that's not the subject today. I needed to ask Dr. Chilaka with the few minutes I have. I don't want to bother everything. So, Mr. Chilaka, with what's going on with ADC right now? NDC, we know what's going on there. So, what do you think about Jonathan coming out? I was reading his body language yesterday when he was making that statement. In my own opinion, I don't think he's going to run for office. And one more thing before you answer the question, he was supposed to be going to the court today to clarify whether after being one time or 1.5 time,
Yes,
has they
that case
resolved that?
happened. That case took place today. That case
Yeah,
took
but
place
it
today.
was postponed to the 11th.
Okay. So
Yes.
what do you say
Okay.
about the first question?
Let me say this to anybody that cares to listen, and especially to our former president Jonathan. Um, I remember he said that the blood of Nigerian, no blood of a Nigerian is not worth his political career, and I don't think we have gotten out of that quagmire that made him make that statement. It has even gotten worse. Now, it is not just the blood, it is the livelihood, it is the sanity, it is the mindset of Nigerians that are at stake. So if he could say that at the point in time when people wanted him to remain in power, when people said, we preferred a man that is educated and a man that had to employ all the sons in the world to defend his school sat, then there was a problem. But he said, no, it was not worth it. I personally do not believe that Jonathan will contest. I don't believe that. And I don't think he's a man that will go back to his vomit. Because as it is, Nigeria, people, don't forget that they carried his coffin. They abused him. They did all manner of things to him. Do you think that if he comes back, that same people will respect him? That is when you will now see eye service at his best. So for me, I would rather he stays on as the statesman he has become. Let me tell you the gospel truth. The kind of respect Jonathan have across the world, he will not have it as a Nigerian president.
Okay, finally, one more question. Finally, what do you think about the ruling of the ruling of the court today that it has been the ADC stuff has been postponed indefinitely? And they tried to placate people from not running. What do you think the ruling means in terms of the primary coming? I think the end of this month is the deadline.
Well, you know that if you have a court case and that case has not been cleared, whatever you do thereafter becomes an illegality. And that's why I remember I said on this platform that the Supreme Court judgment was nothing but a smokescreen of what was to come. And we're beginning to see it. So for me, it was a wise and best decision that P2B and Kwakwanso took to leave ADC. Because as it is, ADC will not survive this onslaught. I don't know the magic, because if a case has been postponed indefinitely, I wonder how you want the judgment to be, how you want to get reprieve for what you're asking for. It's like a man and a wife who goes to sue for divorce. And, rather than the court to hear the case, you know, the court is not it's not saying that this case has been adjourned indefinitely. What the court is saying is that both of you should go and settle down and continue with your madness. If the marriage is in trouble, stay with it. If the marriage is not giving you peace, stay with it. If the marriage is not giving you happiness, stay with it. That is what the court has just done. But as far as the ADC concerned, they can't do much because the High Court was supposed to determine the next step for ADC. And this indefinite hearing, it means that all is not to Uhuru yet.
Thank you, Katilaka.
Say the reason I ask, say that question I be asking before, I say, they say the person will be very friendly with the judiciary, and that, I don't know. But do you think there is anything that is being influenced in these judgments to make sure that somebody they don't want, like Atiku, does not go ahead to become a flag bearer?
Well, I know that as this afternoon also, or this evening, I heard that Rotimi Amechi bought his form.
Yes, Rotimi Amechi has bought his form.
Yes, and they were asking, you're buying a form on what platform?
ADC,
on
sir.
what platform?
No, from which of the factions?
No, ADC has only, for now, ADC has only one faction. The other one is not, he doesn't have a faction. He just have his, he just speaks in Hausa to make his case. So he doesn't have a faction, so to say. But the thing is that I do not see a light for ADC at the end of the tunnel.
Just a quick one, Precious. Prince, I just want to ask you this. I just want to follow up from what the Barry said. I wanted to just speak into, I know we are talking of the power of one, the significance of one. And I also enjoy what you said in terms of we seeing ourselves as citizens, in terms of our place of residence. I want you to speak into what the Barry said when he said, my PVC, my word. How can that become something that is in the heart of every single person on the street? So they have a PVC and they know their word, and they understand the importance in conversations on the street. Your word, my PVC, my word, my PVC. So can you speak into that, Prince, please?
Okay, in the last election, we talked about my PVC, my power.
Yes.
And it resonated. But you see, today, sadly to say that you saw a video clip that Precious showed where people were giving people money and collecting their PVCs.
Sad.
That's another form of rigging. And the level of hunger and deprivation in the country has made a lot of people to lose their common sense. And that is the painful part of it. Because the people you expect to be quiet, the people you expect to do the right thing, most of them are looking for survival. That is, see, I don't know, but if you need to be in Nigeria today to understand the level of poverty, the middle class has been completely wiped out. So what you have is either you are the rich or you are the poor. Even the rich in Nigeria today, they're crying. So yes, my vote, my PVC, my word, my PVC, my power, these are things that we will need, not only individuals, we need the religious institutions, we even need the federal government to be involved. Because the INEC, to start with, INEC is supposed to have voters education.
Awareness. Yes.
But they're not doing it. The National Orientation Agency is a body that should be educating Nigerians in different languages. But you don't see them. But at the end of the month, people collect salary from these organizations and they smile home. There's a big decay in the system. And then if you want to take it up to yourself to do it individually, you need finance to do that. Because it is not something one person can do. But the truth is, the religious institution seems to be the only angle that can actually impact on the lives of the people by speaking this truth to the people. Because let me give you a typical example. If you call a meeting of parent-teachers association in secondary schools, 80% of the parents don't show up. But this same 90% of parents are in churches every Sunday.
I know.
They're in the mosque on Fridays. So let us get them. Let us start from there.
Where they are.
Exactly. Let us take the message to where they are. But then if you go to most of these churches and say, okay, you're running a foundation, give me 1 minute or 2 minutes to talk to your congregation. I remember a few years back, several pastors asked me, how much is the foundation giving us for allowing you to speak to the people?
Wow.
So everybody is all about money, 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 money. Money is the order of the day in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So the revolution we need starts with the mindset. We need to have a situation where we can talk to our youths, talk to them in their schools, talk to them in the playgrounds, talk to them in the cinemas, talk to them in the beach, talk to them anywhere they gather. That should be the job
Awareness
of the
here.
National Education Agency. But they're not
Yes.
doing it. So
I think what I think
the
Prince.
politicians
Yeah.
are happy with the madness in the system
Yes.
because that madness brings them back to power.
Yeah. It's like the status quo of silence perpetuates the pain. The status quo of silence perpetuates the pain, and that allows the elites to do what they are doing. But I think
Well,
one of the things you've said, Prince, which I don't want to take, I don't want people to lose sight of, is we must not lose hope. We must not give up on the significance and the importance of one. They're not minding what even if it appears unsurmountable, like oh, you don't understand Nigeria, you don't understand it. No, what you have said and the things we've espoused on this platform, they matter. So, like you said, I know it's difficult, it's challenging, but we will all do our bit. Okay, and it's in that one seed you plant here, that one seed you plant there. Before you know it, it will be a forest in our nation. That's what I'm looking at.
Thank you. Thank you. MC, you came in late, but we're already done with the conversation. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're
We're done.
correct.
I've
I'm
kept
very
Prince Chilaka longer than expected. So
honest.
mm.
You want to let him go now or what?
I ask him if he would be willing to stay for you,
Okay,
so that I
okay.
don't impose it on him.
Good morning, Priscilla. Are you willing to stay for some minutes or you want to go to bed?
how many minutes?
Huh?
How many minutes?
I'm just asking because I just need to know if you're willing to stay for some minutes or you want to
No,
go
How,
to.
how many minutes? How many
5 minutes.
minutes?
I'll be here for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay then. Let me just go straight to the question quickly then. My question is good evening, good evening, good morning, everybody. Yeah, good morning. Yeah.
Good
So
morning.
my question is this: is regarding this Amechi. Why is it so difficult here? Why is it so difficult for Amechi to queue behind Peter Obi, to back Peter Obi? What is really their problem? Why are these so big, these people, these individuals so desperate? Amechi knows that people do not want him. Nigerians want Peter Obi because among all of them now, Peter Obi is the only person everybody sees that can at least handle these people. The guy is not corrupt. If you see every other person now, but like this present administration now, the amount of criminality that is under this government is too much. So because for me, because I've kind of check, look at the whole system, look at every one of them now, because the reason why they are really against Peter Obi, none of them will have that chance to loot the treasury or steal anything or try to inflate the contract and everything. Obi will not want that kind of stain in his government. They know
Okay,
this.
okay. Let me interject here. When you talk about
Okay,
Amici, you ask yourself, what is Amici bringing to the table?
okay, because he has nothing.
Because when you feel larger than life, Amici feels is very popular. Amici feels that because he has a way of speaking, that Nigerians are listening to him. But he forgets that when we talk of corrupt Nigerians, he cannot escape it. He forgets that when we talk about, if we follow his words that says, stone politicians with water, with pure water, we should have started stoning him. Because as a minister of transport, Amechi should tell me how many rail lines did he bring to Port Harcourt, Bayelsa, Imo, and Anambra State. Amechi should tell me what are his footprints in other states, even including his own state. So when you have a man who feels that uh, is loved because he has a little money gotten from government that is throwing around, and right now Nigeria does not need somebody like Amechi, because Amechi does not have what it takes to rule this country. He knows it himself. But then, there's nothing wrong. It's good. Let him buy the form. Let him, after all, Showore has been standing for election for how many years? Even though he claims to be the only saint in Nigeria. So the problem, I think the problem is a lot of people just hate P2B for who he is. And that's why I keep asking everybody who has been an ex-governor, how many of them can beat their chest and say they are not collecting land, housing, transport, cars from their states? How
None,
many?
none.
So these are things that Nigerians need to know. Nigerians need to understand that, look, these people you call your leaders, these people you call your your people that will take you to El Dorado, they don't even know the road to El Dorado. I was thinking that by now, considering the way Showore condemned the association of P2B with people in ADC, I was expecting that now that he has gone to NDC, that he would have said, okay, finally, this man is now here. Let me support him. Let me join his camp. But everybody you see, it's all about them. Everybody wants to be president. Everybody wants to be minister. Everybody wants to be an ambassador. It's not about the Nigerian people. Nobody cares what the Nigerian people want. And unfortunately, when the Nigerian people have to decide who they want, they chicken out because of 5,000 onions, rice. But even if they don't collect it, they will still not go hungry. They will still not die. So why collect it in the first place? Why not endure that 24 hours and say no, knowing that you are exercising your right as a citizen for a better tomorrow? So, whatever it is Amechi wants, the Nigerian people will give it to him.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, he's all right. Thank you,
Thank
Precious.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone, for being part of today's conversation. It's always a pleasure, as usual, to have all of us sit down here and talk about our country. And I dey pray, say, make this talk, they talk about our country, make you work out good, and make we day to reap the good fruit of our country.
Yes.
By the
I
grace
think
of
the
God.
gentleman. I think the gentleman wants to speak. He's raising up his
Oh,
hands.
hi,
Yes.
Chief Emmanuel, sir. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was trying to find out, is there, how many days in a week does this your program come on? Is there a push notification button, or is
They,
there
they
how
don't
to,
give me holiday. Oh, it's every day of the week they make me come here, including Saturdays and Sundays.
what time? I
That is
mean,
where we have a problem because I have another work I do. I don't have a specific time I come on air, and most times my timing is dependent, on my guests. So sometimes the guests may want me to come around 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. But for sure, between 6 p.m.
Nigerian
to
time.
Nigerian time, yes, between 6 p.m.
Okay,
Nigerian
you
time
need to
downwards,
factor
I should
in
be on
time
air.
difference
Yes,
now. Okay,
thank
I
you.
can always calculate it.
Emmanuel,
But
if
yes.
Precious have your WhatsApp number or whatever, you'll be getting alert every time
Mm.
he
I,
come on.
I think that's
So you
another
can
way.
send the message to our WhatsApp so that we can have your number. Then we'll be sending you message whenever we're going on air.
Where now? Where is the number to
The
send
WhatsApp
mine?
number is 0817
Oh, yeah, hold on 1 second.
4077.
I gotta get it. Okay, repeat.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
Let me copy it and paste it on this comment again so you can have access to
Okay,
it.
I enjoyed every bit of this
All right, thank you,
conversation,
Precious.
and
Thank
I'll
you,
be,
Until
sir.
I
I,
Thank you.
I promise you I'll be part of it as we move along.
Stop it. I like it, sir.
Okay,
Thank
no
you, sir.
problem.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Please,
Thank you,
please check.
everybody.
Please check
Yeah, good night.
0817029407. That's the number. Let me quickly post it again on the comment section so you can see it.
Okay,
Yes. Let me just post only the number. That's our WhatsApp. It's only on WhatsApp you can access that number.
I know.
That's it. Okay, that's it.
Okay,
Prince, thank
I've
you
just
so
posted it
much.
again on the comment section.
All right,
So
good night.
kindly copy it, sir.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Prince Francis
Mhm.
Chilaka, God bless you. Your reward is on earth, sir. It's not in heaven, eh? You will live long to repeat.
No,
Thank
it's
you,
in
sir.
both. It's in both. Don't
Mhm.
deprive him of both, please.
Oh, Chim, they say you go make heaven. But ain't go get virgins. Sorry, sir.
No, what? Don't go there now. You know you
I
don't go
I
there.
beg
If na that one, have you convert to?
Prince, what are you doing?
I beg
No,
to
let's not do that. Let's not do that, please.
We're not doing it. Don't mind me. We're not
All
doing it.
right,
It's all
good
right.
night.
It's all right. I appreciate
Okay.
you guys. Good night and God
Precious,
bless
good
you.
night.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Prince Francis Chilaka, good night, sir. Good night to you. Good night, Mr. Chief Joseph and Chief Emmanuel. Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you.
Good night and God bless you. I appreciate everyone for being here. It's always a pleasure to have us sit down and talk about our country, Nigeria. And my prayer and I make all this better talk when they talk about our country. Make true. Make we day to reap the fruit of these things and what they talk about. I love to appreciate everyone for always discussing about our country. For every joke we've made here, for everything we've said here, I mean, it's all on a lighter mood to just make the conversation softer as we try to educate each other about our country. I love you guys and I appreciate you. In the midst of all of this, remember that you have to protect your mental health because if you follow Nigeria Matter, it will affect your mental health. So please worry less. Try to protect your mental health. And I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you've not liked this post, what are you waiting for now? Should I buy you mine? Or you like it now? Subscribe now. Like, share, and subscribe. I love you. Good night and God bless you. Bye. Everyone.